Like this video and subscribe. And don't forget to visit allforreborns.com to adopt your reborn baby doll.
This is an absolutely beautiful day, you guys, and I don't know if you can see up further ahead, but there's like a little lake and there's people fishing and stuff up there, and then this is like a walking path, and so it's actually like a multiple use path. Like people can ride bikes, they can walk, they can run, and so I have to watch out for bikes while I'm out here. But when we end up at the lake, we should see a whole lot of different birds and people fishing, and that's why I wanted to come to this park today. And then there's like a playground over there too. I haven't been in this park probably since I was a kid, and I don't even recognize anything out here because it looks so different than anything I can even remember. So anyway, I'm excited to have you guys with me and little baby Knight, who you may or may not be able to see because of the shade. But anyway, I wanted to also thank you guys. I want to thank you guys for watching my last walking videos and the video about Mental Health Awareness Month. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I got a lot. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's a crane. There's another one, sis. You see that huge bird? There are cranes, and there's another one that starts with an E here. We're getting to the water close, really fast. But anyway, I wanted to thank you guys for watching that video and all the positive comments that I got in that video. And so it was on my heart, and I want to talk to you guys today about another thing that I feel that it's going to help somebody. It's not for everybody. So if it's not for you, you know, you can always click off the video. But if it is for you, then watch this video. You guys, I'm so fascinated right now by this bird. He keeps flying and he is humongous. Oh my gosh, okay, I'm gonna keep the camera on him, so hopefully you guys could get to see him fly again. That was freaking amazing. Oh, there he goes. Look at that. That is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm so glad we caught that. That was amazing. There's a lot of bees over here, so I'm gonna get away. Are you a bee? You're something that I don't want near me right now, honey. Let's get away from here. Me and my baby. Let's go. Ah, get away, get away, get away. I think he's attracted to the red on my phone. Get away from me, bee. Why are you around me? All right, guys. I'm gonna just start all over because I just got chased by that bee. But when you're out here in nature, that's how it is. But anyway, I don't want to make this video too long, but I just want to say that it's very common, you know, in our community for these dolls to be a healing tool, a therapeutic tool. And please forgive my out of breathness. I'm walking, and you guys know I'm out here for fitness and health, so excuse my huffing and puffing. But anyway, I get a lot of emails from people who've gone through all kind of things in life. You know, we all have things that we go through, and you know, nobody's exempt from that in life. And I know that I have made dolls for people who have said that the dolls have helped them to get through different things in life. And I feel so thankful for that, to be a part of that. You know, it's really a beautiful thing. But I wanted to make this video because we need to also discuss that when you are getting healed and you're healing yourself and taking the steps towards being healed, you do need more than a doll. And I say that because just like I'm a musician, music is very healing for me, practicing music. But it's not the only thing that I use as a tool to heal myself. And so I just want to share that. Hope you guys can hear me over the cars because we're closer to the road now. And I also want to give you guys 5 tips that I have that I've used in my own personal life to heal myself. And it is a work. It's something that you have to do yourself. And like I said earlier, this video isn't for everybody, but it is for some people, and I feel it on my heart to talk about it. So that's what I'm gonna do. So anyway, I wanted to say that, you know, one thing about life is that we all go through trials and events and different things that happen out of our control that really suck. You know, there's a lot of beauty in life, but there is also pain, and that's a part of life. And there's really nothing that we can do about it, but we can learn how to cope with it. And so the number one thing that I think that you should do if you're experiencing some type of emotional pain is to allow yourself to feel your feelings. That is something that's very difficult, and especially in our society, we focus on the happy moments. When you look at the TV and the media and Facebook and Instagram, everybody's celebrating the good times. And so it's kind of like you're supposed to get over things quickly and move on and get back to happy. But some things that happen put you in such a place that you can't just get there that fast. And you can't rush through the process. You have to allow yourself to go through every one of those emotions. Let's get closer to the water because I like to be really close to the water. You have to allow yourself to go through that. And so that's what I recommend, you know, allow yourself to cry. It's okay to cry. If you got to holler, allow yourself to holler. You know, whatever you got to do to go through those feelings. If you have to be angry, allow yourself to be angry. You know, don't hurt anybody, don't hurt yourself. But that's a real feeling when you're hurt. You go through so many different feelings, and it's important to allow yourself to feel that. That's very important. The second thing is talk to somebody that you trust. I said it in the last video, it doesn't necessarily have to be a counselor. A counselor is great if you feel that you need one or you can't get through things by yourself. Even seeing a counselor for a few sessions. You don't have to go to therapy for years unless that's what you feel you need, but even a couple sessions can help. Or talk to somebody you trust. Pray, talk to a local person, mentor, pastor, friend, somebody who you can trust. But I think it's important to talk to somebody because if you go through deep pain, you need to talk. You can't hold that all in. And it may take you a while to be able to talk. I know when I've gone through something, an event in my life, and it took me a long time to be able to talk. And I was finally able to talk about it. And that just helped me further in my healing process. You know, I was able to tell somebody, some people who I really trusted about what was going on, and that's important. And I did also talk to a counselor briefly as well, and that helped me a lot. And so the third thing is focus on now. And these things are in no particular order, by the way. And focus on now was one of the things that helped me the most. Like when you go through some type of traumatic event, because it's kind of like you're in your head dealing with all of your feelings and all of your emotions, and it's like you're living but you're not really there. You know what I mean? So like right now I'm at the park and I'm experiencing all this stuff at the park, but when you're going through it, you're not really experiencing the now. And so it's important for you to not live in your head and allow yourself to be present. And I had read something that helped me, and it said, put your hand on a table and allow yourself to feel the table and take deep breaths and allow yourself to just think about these breaths that you're breathing, and feel the floor under your feet, and really just feel what that feels like. And that will bring you back to now and get you out of your head thinking about what happened. And you know how it is. If you've been through something, you know how it is in your head. I don't have to tell you. You have to get out of that head and be in the now. And then also, along with that, I have some notes on my phone here, you guys, because, you know, I'm a teacher. Going right into the next thing is let go. If you're focusing on the now, you have to let go. And that means stop thinking, stop replaying the story. So, because the past isn't real. That thing that happened to you happened, and it was painful, and you still have pain from it, but a lot of the pain comes from replaying the story. What happened, what probably was happening that maybe you didn't know about, what could someone else have done, what could you have done? And you just replay that story over and over and over again, and you're not in the now because you're replaying that story. And so that's a part of it too. You have to, this is what I would do. And I got this advice from a few different ways. I remember when I was a teacher, when I first started teaching, this lady, her husband had died. And she was a teacher's assistant. She was a principal, but because her husband died, she became a teacher's assistant to allow herself just time to grieve and to, you know, get over stuff. Her husband had just died, and she was, being a music teacher, you really don't get like a lot of help. I know he's got water balls all over him, guys. I'm in a desert. You don't get a lot of like teachers help, assistant help. You have to do so much by yourself. And she saw that, and she would like disobey her instructions and come help me anyway, because she was like, they have like 5 people helping them, I'm gonna help you. So she put my whole classroom together for me and everything, and I just admired her so much. And I asked her one day, how do you do this? How are you coming here every day and you're smiling, you're laughing, and everything's, you know, I would never have known your husband died if you didn't tell me. And she said, when I come to work, I leave my burden at the gate. And I come in here and I do my job. And then when I go home, on my way out, I pick my burden back up. And I was like, wow. And that stuck with me. When I went through something tough like that, I had to do that because I didn't want to go to work every day. I wanted to just stay in the bed all day. And she told me that. And then another thing that I thought of was that I read this somewhere. Allow yourself a time, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, however much time you need, and let yourself feel it again. Like if you're having trouble retelling the story over and over, you can't stop. We'll say, all right, I'm gonna give myself 5 minutes to retell this story over and over in my head. I'm gonna give myself 5 minutes to think about it. And when that 5 minutes is up, I'm done. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna focus on living in the now and the present and what's going on in the now and what's good in the now. And that can get you through. That got me through. Taking those, like allowing myself to feel that, allow myself to question, and you know, your brain weaves all these things. And then once that time is up, that's it. I'm done reliving this for now. I'll come back and visit again. And eventually, I got sick of telling myself the story over and over again, and I learned to let it go. But honestly, I still retell the story, but I know how to snap myself out of it more now. You know, healing is a process, and it's something that, you know, you have to really work at every single day to be a survivor. Because there's going to be triggers. You have to identify what your triggers are going to be, what triggers you to think about it, and how do you deal with it. That's when you really put in the work. And then the last thing is to forgive. That means whether you're forgiving yourself or you're forgiving others, but you got to forgive. And if it's forgiving yourself, that means not placing the blame on yourself, not guilting yourself about what happened, because you most likely didn't have any control over it anyway. And if you did and you made a mistake, you're human, and it's not your fault that you are human, because human beings aren't perfect. And if you are hurt by somebody else, forgiving that person. And forgiving that person is hard because you feel like you're letting the person off the hook. But what I've really learned is that forgiving the other person is really for you, because that person's going on with their life and they're not feeling that pain that you're feeling. They may be dealing in their own things, but when you forgive that person, you're forgiving them for you, because then you're letting go. That's when you really let go, and that's when you can really move forward. And that was a hard step for me. And it's like you have to forgive, and then the next day you might have some other stuff come up, and then you got to forgive again. And it's like I said, it's a process. So anyway, I hope this video, I hope it didn't come off as preachy, because I'm not trying to preach. You know, I just wanted to help somebody, and I feel it on my heart, because I get emails every single day, and I get private messages every day, and I know that there's hurting people in the world. We all, if you're not hurting right now, maybe you were hurting, or maybe you will be hurting, and maybe this video will be helpful for you. But hang in there. You know, take care of yourself, you guys. And these dolls are great. Like I said at the beginning, these dolls are helpful. Cuddling them can help you to heal. But there's more to it than that. And so I wanted to say that. And if you guys have any questions, or you want to hear me talk about other things, I'd be happy to do that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you know anybody who could use this information, please pass the video along. And all these beautiful birds. I'm gonna walk around this lake a little bit and get my exercise in, and then go home. You guys, I'm wondering why everybody's around here staring in this tree. This is an eagle. There's an eagle in this tree. Do you guys see it? It's right there. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can get a better view. This is like a... Wow, that's incredible. Wow. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. This is how far back I am from it. That is amazing.
I think you're just getting sun today, man. I don't think I'm going to see it, huh?
Wow.
Back on my ride.
All right, I was talking to some people up here, and I hope you guys can see I'm very, very close to this eagle. I guess it comes to this park often, and this guy here says he saw it eating some fish out of the water and got some nice pictures. And this is incredible, because this is in the middle of the city. I mean, we're not far from higher elevation and mountains, but that's pretty. I mean, you guys see the cars. Wow. Absolutely amazing. That made my day. That's like the best bird watching sighting I've ever seen, especially in the city. You don't expect to see this. Wow. Day made. Hi, Mr. Eagle. Thank you for visiting today. That really made my day. You're amazing.
Do you want a chance to win this baby plus have amazing rewards and live chats with me? Come on over to patreon.com/all4reborns
And special thanks to these Patreons for making videos like this possible. And today's Notification Squad shout out goes to Dana's Reborn World XX. Thanks so much for being one of the first ones to comment on my last video. Hey, if you want a Notification Squad shout out, be a subscriber and click that bell and be one of the first ones to watch my next video.
Hey Aunt Mommies and Uncle Paws, thanks for watching. But don't go yet, click on another video. And don't forget to come back tomorrow to see more of our adventures.